everyone. Hello and happy Fly Day. Happy Friday. I am so excited today. And what better day to have Fly Day than on a day that you're launching something that you've been working so very hard on, so very diligently on. And so I promised y'all an announcement today, and that is exactly what I am going to give you. But before I give you the announcement, I wanted to make sure that I had a conversation just about how we got here, what am I kind of doing, and what led to the project that I'm releasing today. And so it is my pleasure and honor to have this conversation with someone who is very near and dear to my heart. She is the master connector of all connectors. She is a woman's, she's an entrepreneur, and she's the founder of Be well as Be Well Travel and Lifestyle. Not only that, she is my coach, she is my director, and she is my mentor in the travel industry. And I'm so thankful for Miss Carmen Ray. Come on up to the stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lanisha. Wow, it is just so exciting and so refreshing to have this collaboration and being able to work with you because you get it on such a deep level. So many times I find that women entrepreneurs in particularly, we feel like we need to pick sides, but the way you have taken travel and integrated into your coaching is just such a seamless way. And I consider you to be truly a superstar in the way you've been able to repurpose all of your background and your knowledge in HR. And that's my work. That's my work right there, is helping entrepreneurs from all different backgrounds to make sure that we do not have to dispose of our earlier years, our early experiences, but how do we leverage those and integrate them seamlessly into what it is that we're doing now. So I am honored. I am very, very proud and just excited about where you are now and your future. I see big things ahead.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I know I gave a high level overview of who you are and what you mean to me, but tell the people, let the people know who you are, what you do, so that they can know more about you.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I appreciate any time I get an opportunity to share a little bit about my journey. Again, my name is Carmen Ray. I reside in the beautiful state of Arizona, but I was born and raised and lived life in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But 2014, I literally just took a weekend trip to come to Arizona and decided to stay. It was something about coming here and experiencing the mountains and experiencing 80-degree weather in January that made me say, this is for me. So I have always, always been a faith walker and a risk taker. And that is one of the things that helped me to know that entrepreneurship is the business model or the way that I wanted to just make sure that that was my choice of how I wanted to earn an income as well as build a legacy. So I have been a traditional business owner for over 30 years. I've operated some of the best, most high quality child care centers in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I did that for years. Had a lot of ups and downs. A lot of times in traditional business, we have those responsibilities like making payroll, all of the insurance, all the liability. So I have truly paid my dues in that area. Then the second half of my career, I spent largely working with domestic violence. I was the self sufficiency manager for the largest domestic violence agency in the state of Wisconsin. And that was very, very fulfilling. But I had to pivot. When I came to Arizona, it allowed me to catch a second wind. And what I realized is that I was really burnt out from doing the heavy lifting of social service work. I no longer wanted to be responsible for anybody's payroll. And I just said, I want to do something new. I didn't know what I wanted, but I was clear about what I did not want. So I did what was necessary to get my insurance license. And so I worked a little bit in sales. And then what happened was I started pursuing my entrepreneurial endeavors again. And what I realized, Lanisha, is that I had built such a community in Milwaukee, primarily with very purpose driven entrepreneur women. But when I moved to Arizona in 2014, I was trying to figure, how do I bridge the gap? I want the women in Milwaukee to get to know how awesome the women entrepreneurs that I met in Arizona. How do I bring them together? So I created a Facebook group. Like, okay, this is virtual, and now we can kind of get to know each other, and we start building those relationships. So I continued the work I was doing in Milwaukee, that was hosting retreats and bringing women entrepreneurs together to do work in the area of healing, restoration, and really talking about the elephant in the room. And that was our financial well being. So I kind of took a holistic approach to pursuing those conversations and building entrepreneurship. And so fast forward to 2016, I've been in Arizona a couple years, still trying to find my way. And then a good friend of mine approached me about travel, the travel business. And to be perfectly honest, I knew nothing about travel. The only travel that I ever did was for business. I would go and speak at different conferences, but not just really building out time to go and enjoy a trip. Very little of that. And when I did, it was something like Door County, Lake Geneva, someplace close to home. Anytime I got on the airplane, it was usually for business. So I decided, let me add a travel division to my business. And I did that. And now here I am, where I landed in the top 1% of the company, because in all that I do, I love sharing the good news, on letting people know that if you are an accountant, if you are a coach, if you are an author, the thing that we all have in common is that we all want to travel better for less. And so that has been my conversation. So now I wanted to continue to build platforms where I could connect women entrepreneurs. So in 2018, that was the birth of the Be Well magazine. And very recently, we have rebranded ourselves as Be Well Travel and Lifestyle magazine, because we really want us to make sure that we are not putting those things off that we want to pursue. Now, the pandemic really taught us that life is to be lived out loud. And so, those trips that we have planned, those experiences for our family, let's make sure that we are taking advantage of those things and not waiting until retirement. And how do we do that in a way that we can leverage this $8 trillion industry and create some profitability for our families and for our business? So that's how we're doing. We're matching travel along with, just lifestyle coaching and pulling it all together so that we can continue to work with men and women around the country, and just helping us to take full advantage of travel, and allow travel to lend itself to whatever it is that you're doing. Because here's what we realize, Lanisha, is that most people love to travel. And if they're not traveling, it's usually for two reasons. It's because they don't have the money or the time. So I feel with this particular opportunity, it gives us an opportunity to get more time to ourselves and to our family, as well as that additional income. So that's kind of, my backstory. And so only thing that I really wish that I would have known about is this business model when I was your age. I really wish, everything happens in time, but I love to have this business in the box kind of experience where I can literally make this minimum investment, have all the tools and the resources there, and to use that to really help as many people as possible. But thank you for allowing me to share.
Yes, and now y'all see why I just love her, right? I just hope you see. This is why it all makes sense to me, and that's why, when I initially met you, you said so many good things in what you just spoke, but there was one thing that stood out was the power of the pivot.
Yes.
Because I actually met you at a pivotal time in which literally my job had told me that my role was no longer needed. And
Mhm.
so it just goes to show, number one, why it's important to have multiple streams of income, but why it's also important to make sure that you're utilizing what you have in your hand. Because even though I had my coaching business, my consulting business, I wasn't really working it to its full capacity. And
Mhm.
so it didn't really set me up for now when a job says, I'm sorry, but we no longer need your services. And
Mhm.
so I literally met you 2 days later at a retreat that you were hosting here in Milwaukee.
Mhm.
And the rest has been history. And so just to even hear you talk about how, your journey and how you implemented travel into your business is literally why I'm here, right? It's purpose,
Yeah.
where purpose and travel collide is when it's time to fly. Because I knew I had a coaching business and I knew that I wanted to be able to get my clients together and go on group trips and go on retreats because I love to travel. And
Yeah.
so you can incorporate that in your life in other areas of your life. It's a win-win.
Right.
And so when I'm like, oh man, like I literally can add a travel division to my business that I had never even thought of. And it can also serve as an additional stream of income that I'm now able to, you know, sell trips to friends and family or even individuals that I don't know. I've literally gotten a couple of referrals just this last week from people I never even knew. And so it's like it's an additional income stream and it's doing something that I love. I could talk about travel all the time. And so I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to even be open minded
Mhm.
and expand because you can think what you're supposed to do is just in one little package, but kind of how you kind of alluded to it, it's like, no, there's so many other things that you can do with what we have. It's just utilizing the tools and resources that we have, and understanding that it's okay to ask questions when we don't understand, because it doesn't mean that just because we don't understand it doesn't mean that it's something that we shouldn't do. It's just ask the questions and then make an informed decision on how to proceed. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm so excited about. And then even your magazine, I'm so thankful because you have afforded me the opportunity to be a contributing author in your magazine, just continuing this exact same conversation that we're having about how to bridge travel in every other area of your life. I'm an advocate. I have one of my programs is Goals Around the Globe, and it's literally to go around the world and see unique destinations, but talk about our goals, talk about what we're doing, talk about the work in progress that we're making, celebrate ourselves, but then use travel as a vehicle to reset, you know, refresh, strategize. I tell people all the time, travel is when I get the biggest ideas. Maybe it's
Mhm.
because it's a chain of scenery, but it's just like, man, the ideas just flow. And so it's how do we now utilize travel in our daily lives, because it's absolutely possible. And I know you said a lot of individuals don't have time or the finances, and so that's why the multiple streams of income are important. So if you're interested, I'm just going to put this little plug right here. If you're interested in just learning more, please reach out. It's just let me know. Send me a message if you don't want to post it in the group. Send me a direct message and say, Lanisha, just tell me a little bit more because I do want to make a living while living. And
Yes.
that's what my mission and my motto is to help women. That's why I created this group, is what F.L.Y means, fulfilling living year round. It's an intentional lifestyle. And my goal is to help women pivot, that women that are unsatisfied in their working life pivot and find fulfillment, and thriving spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and in career and business. So that's what I'm all about. So I'm so excited. And I wanted to kind of give you that backdrop of where we got, like, how did Lanisha get here? Is because it goes so very well with what my big announcement is. So I hope y'all are ready.
We're
Um,
ready.
so I am so excited to announce, and one of the benefits of being in the Fly Society is that you get early access, you get updates, you get when I release group trips and retreats and workshops, you get first dibs, I should say, but you get first access, exclusive access before I roll anything out to the general public. So what I'm sharing here in this group today, the public will not get until this weekend. So I just want to preface that.
Mhm.
But I'm excited because where purpose and travel collide, I have been able to, after long nights, many months, and working through technology, troubleshooting things. Y'all, I have learned so much about technology that I never thought I wanted to know. But
Wow.
I say all that to say that I am officially able to launch my flagship product here, which is my F.L.Y Life Quiz. And I'm excited
Woohoo!
because, yay, it's launch day. But people don't know I have an HR background. With my HR background, I have a master's in industrial and organizational psychology. So I am very big on assessments. It's very revealing, although I'm one to say, don't put me in a box, but it can still be very enlightening and help you kind of just think differently. Because, like I said, we want to be open minded.
Right.
And so I'm excited to be able to put together this F.L.Y Life Quiz that literally assesses an individual's level of intentionality mixed with their travel interest and their understanding of how travel can be utilized as a growth and development tool.
Wow.
And it outputs results that are emailed directly to you as a personalized map. The MAP actually stands for motivation, accountability, and purpose driven action because I always have something.
Love it.
But it gives you results in
Mhm.
which it offers different support resources, tools to help you break free from whatever may be holding you back from reaching your full potential. And so I'm just excited to be able to share that with you all. I'm going to make sure that I drop the information, and I want Miss Carmen, I want you to drop your information in the comments as well,
Okay.
so that people can get a hold of you. But I'll make sure that all the information is here in this group. But I just wanted to come and just share that with you because it has been the journey. I go through my own personal journey, and so to finally be able to say, "Ta-da!" It is here, and I'm able to share it with you all. I'm very happy.
That's so exciting. That it sounds so comprehensive. People are going to benefit from that so much. And congratulations on staying the course and getting it done, Lanisha. That's so amazing.
Thank you. It's literally the epitome of when I coach on. If don't let the destiny thieves come in and stop you. Destiny thieves are the things that are designed to delay you and distract you from continuing to move forward. And so it's like, yes, I don't like technology, but I worked through it. And it was a learning opportunity because I'm like, okay, now I
Right.
understand like how to do websites. Like I've created
Yeah.
different things. And so, we have to, and it goes back to the growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. We have to be willing to learn new things in order to continue growing and develop, and not to see every challenge as a no, but to
Mhm.
see a challenge as an opportunity for you to grow. So
Absolutely. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in the space where I can hear that big announcement. I cannot wait to send some people your way and make sure they get that tool and that assessment. I think that's going to be so powerful. And congratulations again.
thank you so much. And I appreciate you for spending Fly Day with me, a little time of Fly Day. I just hope you all don't forget to share your wins. I definitely want to see what you did and what you accomplished this past week. But I just hope you all have an awesome and amazing week, and prepare to be sick of me because it's time to fly, y'all. It is time to fly. So have a wonderful and safe weekend.